Hey guys, it's Jolene, and I thought I would do a vlog thing while we're doing this coronavirus thing because I'm trying to find ways to make things happen in my spiritual community, and also because a lot of people ask me for advice and stuff like that during times like this. So firstly, I want to let you know that I'm working on something that is subscription boxes for spiritual activities with a storybook for you and your family to do at home or for small church school settings. So if you're interested in testing that and you have a school-aged child, hit me up. Secondly, I have built a website that kind of sucks, but has all of this stuff on it. So you can check out divergentspiritministries.com and find out more. I am also making playlists that have news, information, and creative coping and craft activities to do with you and your family. So it's basically just kind of a curated information and creativity and how do we deal with this kind of playlist. And so you can check that out. That's on my YouTube channel. I'm also going to recommend a book a week. So first, I'm going to recommend the book for adults, which is Stillness Speaks by Eckhart Tolle, because we're probably dealing with a little more stillness than we're used to in our lives, I'm guessing. So maybe check out that book, learn to love the stillness. And then I'm going to share with you the books that I'm using right now with my Sunday school kids and sort of recommend a small curriculum. It is 5 weeks of lessons, so 5 lessons, and it comes with enough for 8 kids. So that is a lot, and it's $20. So for 8 kids, you could have 5 weeks worth of lessons. It also recommends using books with the curriculum, but if you talk to your girl, I can help you out with that if that's not within your financial availability or your doesn't fit your budget for this point in time. The books that are being used this week for lesson 1 are going to be God's Paintbrush, which is used every week, which is by Sandy Eisenberg Sasso. She is a Jewish leader, and this book and curriculum, the 5-week curriculum, are endorsed by Catholic, Protestant, and Jewish leaders. So that is the God's Paintbrush Celebration Kit. It's under $20. You can find it online by Googling it, or you can find links and information on the website that I gave you, divergentspiritministries.com. And this week's lesson uses In God's Name. It's also endorsed by Protestant, Catholic, and Jewish spiritual leaders, and it's also written by Rabbi Sandy Eisenberg Sasso. So that's what's up with the curriculum celebration kits. I'm also going to try and wear a fun shirt each time. So this one is from Flo, my Let's Be Friends shirt, and it's made by Cute with Chris. So before I sign off on this weird vlog thing that I'm trying to do, I'm just gonna share some words. I shared this sort of on social media earlier, but recycling, right? So this is the time of Lent. If you're not engaged in a spiritual community, you might not be aware of that, but Lent is a time of year when we commemorate a time in Jesus' life where he spent 40 days in the desert, and during which time he contemplated his ministry, his future, and his relationship with God and the spiritual universe. So I think it's a little bit odd. There's a strange kind of synchronicity to the time we're experiencing as we all isolate ourselves, at least more than normal. And it's during this time when we're commemorating this time in which Jesus was completely isolated for 40 days. And these times are strange. I've heard that some people are experiencing more engagement in their spiritual communities because of online worship. It kind of allows some people who might not otherwise be able to participate, and is engaging other people who might not do the online thing in general, just because there's really not another option at this point. So in any case, that's part of why I'm starting to make some more stuff available online, is because I'm aware that there's a little bit more of a need for it than normal. So I want to share these words that I said I've already shared a little bit before, but they seem relevant, and it's short, don't worry. So part of the work of Lent and Holy Week is learning to live and feel darkness. It's a time of contemplation that leads up to Jesus' death. It's not necessarily the happiest or most celebratory of seasons in the church. But you do it knowing that Easter comes at the end. It's a time of darkness in the winter, and we come out of it in the spring. I love Lent because of the truths of life it asks us to live again and again, so that we can understand these cycles of life. They are death, resurrection, creative birth, and radical forgiveness, healing, and change. As I think about this current moment, I think we're going to find death, resurrection, creative birth, radical forgiveness, healing, and change. These times refuse to look away from confusion, from pain, from trauma, from loss and resistance. They ask me to sit in the darkness of unimaginable loss and hopelessness, and to rise up and bring others with me. These times show me that healing is never solitary, no matter how solitary it may feel, and that I'm fundamentally tied to my communities in a way that mandates I be loved and love others to the best of my ability and in the most justice-seeking ways possible. Anything remembered cannot be lost. None of us are alone. For all of us in these cycles of life, keep sight of the light and listen for the still small voice of truth. Resurrection comes. So during these times that are ahead of us, be kind. If you have enough to share it with your neighbors, and make sure that your neighbors aren't in need. If you have an elderly neighbor, make sure that they have enough toilet paper. See if there's something that you can do to aid them in this process. This time will take some getting used to. We will all figure out as we go along how to cope with these times. It will not be easy, and darkness will indeed come. I think it's likely that many of us are going to experience loss. And I don't say this to fearmonger, but because I want to know before the doctor sticks the shot in my arm, right? But I think that once we come out of this, we're going to come out resurrected. We will be more grounded in our values, in our communities, and in what matters. I choose to believe that. And I hope that you will too. And I'll see you in like a week.